Hello, dear friends. I'm Ishani, and I'm so glad you stopped by for a new card hopping video where we are sharing our ways of organization with countless tips and tricks by each participant. So do not forget to hop. I hope you have a beautiful craft room just like this and have plenty of space to showcase your beautiful papers, lots of storage options. Well, me, I don't have any of this. This is the only pretty area in my craft room that I can show you. But I hope I get lucky one day like you and get a craft room worth showing. Till then, I'm happy with what I have and I'm showing you my way of storing scrap paper. I know you have it too. Please excuse me because after recording the video, I fell sick. The Omicron got me, so this is not a very refined editing, but hope you find something interesting and find some method in the madness of storing scraps. I love the way the colored paper looks in the craft rooms, but I live in hot and humid India, and well, if you remove the protective plastic sheet off the paper, I think it adds to its deterioration. So I usually do not remove the plastic cover the paper comes in. Let's go ahead and see what I have for you.
So I have an almirah where I have kept all my paper. This is just to show you. So there you see is the Nina and some other Desert Storm and some paper like that. And I am a frugal crafter, and this is my stack of colored cardstock. I usually like to use 12 by 12 paper, and it has colored cardstock and anything that I have. Here I have kept some of the specialty paper like silver cardstock and gold and some glitter sheets, adhesive sheets. So this is like a specialty paper area for me. Then you go here, and here I have some A4 size paper that I may need, and like I may not have colors in. I might not have found colors in 12 by 12. I take this, and then here is my little stock of pattern paper and things like that. Some things which I use for like photo board and also like random papers, which is mostly I take out in case I want to for a backdrop and things like that. I hope you can see. I'm sorry, I'm the only one who's recording and I'm the one who's showing. So this is my paper area, and this is one album which I bought, which is like a demarcation in between, and those two boxes are like some random stuff, old stamps that I don't use much, some dies that I don't use much, and many of my cards that I've made and not given or like still there. Okay, so also I have this chest of drawers where one of the drawer I use for storing my paper. So this is some of the paper that I take and print on Nina. So I have some printed here, and this is some general watercolor paper or some other small papers like UFO and alcohol and Canson. And so I also how I keep my scraps of paper is if it is like a whole panel and if I've printed, I keep it here. And otherwise, if it is I try to keep the paper, the scraps, with the booklet itself, in case, see, like I will have many in my Canson because this is like my most used paper. So I would keep the scrap of Canson in the Canson folder, so I know I'm not going to mix the paper in case it is there is a chance. So like I would I will have some scraps which are like left out of my paper from the previous work. So this is my die cutting and paper cutting area. You can see some my paper, and these are some essential dies that I usually use. And here is my basket of scraps. I'll just show you what all I have. This is one where I have put a magnetic, so all my small die cuts can be in here while I am die cutting. And this is the scrap basket, and I'll just show you. Basket of scraps is my first tool. This is like a pokey tool, and you can have this, and you can have this, and the brush to remove the die cut pieces. And here you can see all the things. So these are little strips that I think I may use someday. I actually keep all these strips or some because this is like where I can find treasure. So all my latest cards would, if I have embossed something and something is left, and I think it will, if it is like a pretty color, and I think I might just something like I used and I can take out from my, to make a card, a tag, like some ink blended things for making cards. So this is like which I can just go ahead and use. I can use this someday. So this is like my place of scraps, and maybe I will use this sentiment strip. I may also have some long strips. Yeah, so I had cut some, so I have these, which I also may use to like stamping and making some space in my stamping platform. So how I use, I'm sorry, my stamping platform is very dirty. So sometimes I need to stamp something towards this, and so I can have it like, wait, I'll show you how. So like for example, I have to stamp this butterfly. So what I can do is I can take a scrap of paper, but I don't want to stamp it, so I don't want to, I just want like a little of this stamping, like, so I can just use this for marking, and this can go this side, and probably I can add one more strip and like make it go a little further. I can keep it together like this, and then I can stamp my butterfly if I just want this side. So I'll use this and maybe use magnets so that it doesn't move. And so this is one, this is a stamping like that. So I've stamped the flower and half of it has come on this. So if you see closely, I have used these scrap paper for many of my cards. I've cut birthday from here, I've cut leaves from this, and I'm going to keep I used hearts, but I know this pink is very pretty and I may use it more for, so I could just keep it here so that I don't lose it. Now this is one panel for which I'll show you. So this was the card that I made, and it cut out this, but this was left, and I don't want to waste it because I may use it in some other card. So I've kept it and try to keep it in front so that you can use it often. Okay, let's go ahead. So if you are like to color, you may also, I love coloring with Copic markers, but Nina is very expensive. So this was like my wrong stamp. I don't waste it. These are some panels which I may use like my coloring area, and I can just pick up and use if in case I want to use a big stamp for like the whole panel. I sometimes now have, but I sometimes even write that it is Nina, and this is just kept in front so I can use it for stamping, and I can use it for fussy cutting and everything else. I also keep on my desk some scrap paper for ink blending, for stamping random I just keep it. It is general paper which I can use in case I want to try a stamp and you just use it. I keep this, all this together like this on my desk. Okay, and next comes my something. That is it? No, that is not it. This is my folder of scraps. So much scraps. And so mostly these are papers which are big, and I can keep them in front. You know, some unfinished. Oh, there's a pink in this. Let's go down. So there is a pink in this, and you know, you can, I know that it is, if I need a yellow paper, I can go ahead and take out from here. So like you have oranges, and I have, these are some teals, like, and these are some purples all together. Oh, there's a blue here which should go here. So this is like my pitara of everything. So now this side I keep all my blacks, and after this I keep all my white big panels, which like I can't put anywhere else. So I have also used, like, I've die cut and like I've kept it back so I can die cut sometime again. On the other side I have used this for all my neutrals, like browns, and like, you know, I have browns and grays, dark browns. And this is my specialty corner of vellum and silver. So I know that if I need some scrap, I can go here and check out. So this is very cool. I really like how it is. Let me just span out and show you how beautiful. You have different colors, and you can put your colors and all will be together. So this is my most favorite place to keep all my scraps here. So mostly I use 12 by 12 paper, because of which I have some of the paper left, strip of paper, but I don't mind, because this paper which is left, I usually use it for my, you know, you might have noticed my cards have a bigger background boundary, and these kind of small panels fit perfectly for them. So I use for making my smaller panels. So this is the trick, and this is the reason I use my panels are smaller. Many of us pre-fold our cards and keep them, but I usually don't do much. But if I'm using cutting big, wait, I'll show you. So mostly it happens that I get cardstock, and I have I cut out with my, so imagine this is my, I need a card, I need a red card base. So I'll go around 4.5, just a little more than 4.5. I go and I cut out, and then I go the other way because it leaves a bad edge. So I go and cut my 4.5 from here as well, and this is the strip of paper that is left. This I'm going to fold and keep. This I'm going to fold and keep. So mostly I will use, so one of the card bases I'm going to use, I'm going to this extra, and I'm just going to throw it away. I'll not save this. So what I do is, this scrap will go to my folder, And these two, after I have made a card with this, mostly my cards I will have, this is my so this is where I will keep my folded cardstock. So these are some folded cardstocks. I may have used the blue one, the other sister of it in my card, some white, some brown. So this is like, I will not have more than, so this I have already used. I've got one paper left, so I am keeping. Few of the cards colors will have more, like, because I use this quite a bit, but I don't keep much colors like ready for use. And these are my some single panels, which this was like ready-made paper, it's just single sheet which can be used as a panel on a card. And these are mostly all those, so maybe, you know, the one which I have kept, and you know, I can, or probably a die cut part which I did not use. I thought it will look nice, but I did not. So these can go on my card panels. So like this piece is there, I can use my white card, and I'm going to just trim it a little bit, and this will make my card. So this is how I utilize my scraps. This is some slimline card that I have cut out. This is some mini slimline that I have cut out. The other ones would have made into a card already. So I don't cut and keep, because I don't know which color I will need, and I think keeping them out in humidity and, you know, dust, it will just deteriorate my cardstock. So it's better that I keep them in my almirah, where I always keep them. And this goes just.
So this is what works for me depending on my style of crafting in space. I hope it was useful for you. If this is the first time on my channel, I hope you will subscribe. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and watch the next video for some other organization ideas. The link is in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other videos as well. And thank you for bearing my nasal voice today. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.